Guard, part Harrison Ford, part James Bond, and that's why Academy Award nominee and Golden Globe winner Clive Owen is one of Hollywood's most sought-after actors. In his latest film, he lives up to his leading man status as the dashing Sir Walter Raleigh in Elizabeth, the Golden Age.
So you must drive that fear down deep into your belly. Study your charts. Watch your compass. Pray for a fair wind. And hope.
Clive Owen, good morning to you.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
And you.
This is the sequel to Elizabeth, starring Cate Blanchett, wonderful, wonderful actress. What attracted you to the role of Sir Walter Raleigh?
I was a huge fan of the original Elizabeth movie. I thought she was absolutely phenomenal in it. It was brilliantly directed. And I think they've been planning to do a kind of sequel for a number of years, but it just took a long time to come together. I read the script. The script was fantastic.
Did you know much about him?
I knew very little about him. The truth be known, I knew about the cloak going down. I knew that he brought tobaccos and potato back to England, but I knew very little about him. And then when I started to read about him, I couldn't believe what an incredible figure he was. He was, he discovered the New World. He was an explorer. He was a poet. He was, one of Elizabeth's favourite courtiers for years.
Well, Elizabeth had the hots for him. Let's face it, and she was torn between him and duty to her country. So she has one of her ladies-in-waiting befriend him, i.e., you, but it backfires.
Yeah, I mean, that's sort of, a bit of license that the film's taken, but the reality is that he had a very, very close relationship with Elizabeth, and eventually he ended up in a relationship with one of her ladies-in-waiting, which she was absolutely furious about. She threw him out of court, she imprisoned him temporarily, and the film sort of centres on that very sort of delicate, sort of, three-way relationship.
I want to read to you what one of the film's producers says about casting you as Sir Walter Raleigh. Clive has extraordinary vigor and, of course, great looks. He walks into a room and one's eye immediately goes to him. He's dashing and glamorous, earthy and real, and Clive manages to combine those qualities with extraordinarily charismatic effect.
I like that guy.
Isn't it?
Who is that guy?
I didn't get his name, but you should get his name. Did you know that you were doing all that? Are you aware of yourself as an actor?
No, I think it's very hard to be objective like that. I mean, I do my thing, and I mean, it's lovely if people say nice things about you, obviously.
But you really do like to use your face more than dialogue. You often say less is more.
I think that just comes from, I sometimes think that sort of dialogue in movies can be a bit over-explained, and that cinema goers are very sophisticated, and you can do an awful lot without having to spell everything out, really.
You also have another film coming out, Shoot 'Em Up, and the title sort of speaks for itself. We have a clip of that.
Very similar film.
Let's take a look at this clip first. Very similar. Oh yeah, I see the similarity.
Yeah. that character should be in Golden Age.
Exactly. Well, you play an angry guy, this Mr. Smith. You trying to save a baby. You're shooting everybody. Sometimes you're holding the baby when you're shooting. You use a carrot as a weapon.
It's an incredibly fresh, original, very witty, funny, crazy action movie. It has some of the most original action I've ever seen in movies.
But was it hard to make such different movies back to back, or was that part of what was pleasurable about it?
It was strange. It literally was back to back. I shot Shoot 'Em Up in Toronto, flew into England. I'd already started shooting Golden Age and went straight onto the set of Golden Age. It was quite strange. Yeah.
So who are you more like, Mr. Smith or Sir Walter Raleigh?
I'm a mixture of the two.
Oh, you are? That's a dangerous guy. Oh my gosh. I know, though, for all that actors want to be liked, you don't really care about that, do you? Or you don't care about likability when you take on a role, at least.
No, I think that's just to do with. I think audiences appreciate, honesty more than they do. I don't go on a charm offensive.
Yeah.
No.
You had to wear tights as Sir Walter Raleigh, didn't you?
I didn't actually, which was a huge relief to
you didn't
me
have
and
to?
everybody.
But the costumes were great.
The costumes are amazing, really amazing.
Well, you're very likable. As an actor and as a gentleman, it's a pleasure to see you, Clive Owen.
Thanks.
Shoot 'Em Up opens in theaters this Friday, and from our sister company, Universal Pictures, Elizabeth, the Golden Age opens